Hey there, Film Form. I'm back. So today, we're going to be breaking down that Justice League trailer. The first thing I want to say about that Justice League trailer was, what the hell was up with that aspect ratio? I think it's something to do with his proprietary app Zack Snyder uses. Because he wants to do stuff on his new social media platform or whatever. But, okay. I guess we'll look past it. So, let's look into things that are different. So, this trailer is the first thing, basically, that we have seen of what the full film's gonna sort of adhere to. First difference, Steppenwolf. He is a sparkly boy. New suit of armor, it looks good, I like it. CG's taken a step up. And I think that's just because they had a lot to work with within the first film, and they basically had 2 post-productions for this. So the CG in this film should be great. Second thing, we see Darkseid for the first time, and holy sugar, is he tall. He is super tall. He's taller than Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf is like 7 foot or whatever. I mean, if Darkseid wanted to take over the Earth, he should have just become an NBA player. Like, Jesus Christ, man, you're tall. And then we see people with Darkseid in the trailer. We see DigitilHeart, who's someone we've seen before. He's a master torturer. Fun fact about DigitilHeart. Fun facts with Joel. He is a master torturer, and he's tortured Superman in the comics. He is at that level. Mr. Master Torturer of Apocalypse, another resident of Apocalypse. The creepiest granny in all of comics, Granny Goodness. I believe it's Granny Goodness. I mean, there was rumors about a New Gods movie being made with Big Barla and Mr. Miracle. Big Barla and Mr. Miracle were both raised by Granny Goodness. She is sort of the worst sadistic person ever, but we love that. So, a cameo from Granny Goodness. A fun fact about Granny Goodness, in order to finish training with Darkseid, she had to kill her dog. And she just bare did it because she's, yeah. It was sort of like the Kingsman training, except even more twisted. I won't spoil it. Go read that comic about her backstory. Anyway, moving on. We, for the first time, get to see Kirstie Clemons as Iris West. I mean, we knew it was a casting, but we get to see it now. I guarantee that is probably the only time we will see her, is that shot we get from the trailer, because The Flash, aka Mr. Ezra Miller himself, was in London during the times that the reshoots were happening, so I doubt we're going to get any more Flash stuff. But, you know who we will get a lot more of, though? Ray Fisher's Cyborg. Holy shit, is there a lot more of Ray in this film, and good on him, good for him. I mean, he had to put up with a lot of stuff from, all of the past directorial things with Joss Whedon, and we don't know exactly, but Joss wasn't a very nice person. But guess what? Joss didn't give him very much screen time. Guess who did give him a lot of screen time? Zack Snyder, and good for him. So the mother box is being interfaced with Cyborg, and a lot of the times in the comics, Cyborg is made from a mother box, so it makes sense. I think that's the way it is in these films as well, so it makes sense that he can communicate with that, and there's a big large open space in which you see him in his human form for the first time in a very long time. So cool things, we like that. Next, so we see a lot more of the nightmare sequence in this trailer. In the original nightmare sequence in the film, Batman is straight up killed by Nazi Superman. I call him Nazi Superman because they've all got like the S on their, soldiers and things. But yeah, so he's straight up killed. But in this, we see a lot more of the nightmare world. And in fact, we see the Joker, which we'll talk about later because I know that's probably what you're all here for. But we see a lot more of that nightmare world, and I don't think we're actually going to get Zack Snyder's full vision. So the SnyderCut was supposed to be Zack's actual vision before he had to give it to Joss, but I think in reality, that's not what we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting Zack's version of the film as if he'd have to finish this whole universe at once. Because I think his original vision was to have this occur. The nightmare sequence would be his own film later on. I think in the original Justice League, they're going to lose against Darkseid, and then the next film would be something like the nightmare version of the future, and then there would be some Flash shenanigans to get him back to the original timeline, and that original timeline they would defeat Darkseid. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I don't think they're going to go Infinity style at all. No Infinity War sort of crossover there. So I think in this version, in this 4-hour version that Zack's created now, it's not his original vision, but I think it's going to be a condensed version, and one in which we see either the heroes be victorious or we don't, but there won't be follow-on. I don't think Zack said that the studio wants him to stay on further, or that he even wants to stay on further. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Quick fire, speed round of 3 things that are different. First thing that's different, Superman's suit. We got it black this time. Woohoo! Yes, black suit. Thank you. We love it. Thank you, Zack Snyder. You've done that well. Does he have a mullet? No, but he didn't deserve that death. He didn't earn that death. Batman vs Superman was an absolute crock of shit. So don't give him the mullet, because he wasn't dead that long. He was dead like 5 minutes, but who cares? Give him the black suit. That's cool. I love that. I love the black suit. Second thing, Bat Tank. Wicked. Why are we getting the riot tank from Batman, Frank Miller's Dark Knight, the comic book? No idea, but it's pretty much a 3D replication of what we see on the page in Frank Miller's Dark Knight for the Bat Riot tank, and I love it. It's amazing. Why is it in this trailer? No idea, but I want to see more. I want to see way more in the 3D space. And then the third thing that's different. There seems to be a lot more sewer scenes. Did I ask for sewer scenes? No. Did you ask for sewer scenes? No. But guess what? We got a lot more of them. Who knows why? But we did. So there we go. Loads more sewer scenes. There's another bat tank type crab thing in those. But yeah, okay, that's another thing we're getting. All right, on to the next thing. This is quite exciting. We finally unite the Seven. Okay, so we've known for a while that Martian Manhunter's official casting in human form is General Swanwick. You remember General Swanwick from Man of Steel, don't you? No? Okay, fair enough. Okay, he's a bit of a dick. But officially, apparently, Martian Manhunter has never felt that there's a big enough threat that he needed to get involved. Not even Zod. So that's why General Swanwick has been that way this entire time. But he is going to be a completely CGI character when he's not in human form, of course. But when we see Martian Manhunter, it's going to be all mocap, which is, you know, cool, because they're going heavy with the CG on this, and they've, you know, got quite a high CG budget. But apparently he's never felt the need, according to Zack Snyder on a podcast, to get involved. But now, with the incoming invasion and the war on Darkseid, he thinks this is the time to get involved. I don't think I agree with this narratively, but what I will say is, we're getting a Unite the Seven. No, it's not Green Lantern, but it is the Martian Manhunter, and I can't wait to see what he looks like. So, you know, I'll forgive it. Moving on to the last thing, the thing you're all here for. The man who laughs, the Joker. And I have to say, I'm a little bit sad and a little bit impressed, because they got rid of the stupid tattoos. They got rid of the stupid tattoos. He memes on us. We do live in a society. Haha, didn't Seinfeld fans, there you go. But he's got rid of the tattoos and the reason that this happens. So it happens in the nightmare sequence, and I know the reason that this happens, and it's because Zack Snyder cast these people. So he's never seen his Batman and his Joker connect in their universe. They've never had a real conversation. The only time they've ever technically met each other was when Batman was on top of the car that Joker was riding in Suicide Squad. And it wasn't a good interaction. It didn't matter. So they have a real interaction for the first time in this, and this was a reshoot, obviously, and it was just sort of a thing for Zack Snyder to do. But he's got rid of the face tattoos, he's slapped on the Joker makeup still, so we know that it's the Joker, and, you know, it's really rushed done, but it looks good, it feels good, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see if there's anything more of that we get to explore. I don't think there will be. But if that's it, at least we got to see Jared Leto as a type of Joker that we don't hate. He's not Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's the Joker. So anyway, You can probably gather, but I'm very excited. I am the resident DC fan of the world. That's probably why Nathan told me to come on Filmform and do this video for you guys. But I love DC so much. Am I excited for this? Yes. Am I excited for the future of DC? No. This isn't going to fix anything. I don't think this is going to reboot that universe. I don't think they're going to have more of this universe. I think Ben Affleck is out. I think Ezra Miller might be out. And I think Jared Leto ultimately will be recast when we get the new Joker in the new trilogy of the alternate universe films. I don't think this is going to be that. I think the future for DC is uncertain, but this is a nice last hurrah for Zack Snyder's version. So I'm excited for that, but did we need Granny Goodness? No. I mean, it's a cool little tip of the hat, but we're never going to be able to unveil her story. So take everything that we do with this film as a pinch of salt. Yes, I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit disappointed. That's sort of my synopsis. You don't really need more of my opinion than that. This was a trailer breakdown. So if you enjoyed this video, I know some people who make great videos. They're called Filmform Studios. You've got Sam, you've got Morgan, you've got Nathan. Nathan makes a lot of the videos. Morgan has a Spider-Man series going on. And Sam's always interesting when he comes on camera and finally does the videos that he should be doing. He did the Percy Jackson video, but also, a little known fact about Sam, he directed that horror short, Birth, and it's the first horror short to ever go up on Filmform's channel. So, you know, these are very impressive filmmakers, very impressive creators, and personal friends of mine. I love them to pieces. So what you should do is you should subscribe, you should share with your friends, you should like this video, show interaction. If you want more of me, comment down below that you want more of me, and we'll get that sorted for you. But until then, Filmform, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.